court proceeding. A short background to MR Roscoe Allen. Becoming upset when Douglas Mayor Tony Polk, along with Douglas City Council, failed to pay him his $42,000 years ago. But they paid several white contractors the money owed to them. Mr. Roscoe Allen $42,000. Issue seems to have been lost in the cosmos. But he have expressed at many council meetings that he, along with his wife and family, needs his money too. G.B.R.
That was not what he said. You lied. You lied. You lied. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You lied. You lied. You lied. You got some mad because you know you lied. That's why you got some mad. I'm good. I'm good. It's just wrong for folks to sit and tell a blatant lie on somebody to get what they want. I had mine on. I'm good. I'm good. I want to tell them to their face. Hey.
Now we do have Bobby Worthy here. So Bobby Worthy, how are you doing today, brother?
Good, man, good.
Can you give us a 911 short form? First of all, why are you even here today?
Well, we're here because some unlawful charges from the Coffee County Grand Jury for filing a petition to the grand jury, and they reversed the charges, had the grand jury indict us for filing false documents to have a judge arrested.
How did that come about? Was some law enforcement or some grand jury brought that up, or what?
Well, what had happened was a guy named Roscoe Allen was held beyond his order, a protected order, for 12 months. The judge, in that order, they never extended Roscoe's time frame. They never took him back to court to extend it. They never took him to court to charge him with a new crime. And that order, during the time Roscoe was in, expired. So thus, the order expired, so did the authority of the judge to keep him incarcerated. And we tried to bring that to their attention. As a matter of fact, I wrote the chief judge who's presiding over the case today a same letter, sent him a letter through email of that same statement that they're holding Roscoe over his authority. They didn't listen, basically. So we filed, me and my co-defendant filed a petition with the Coffee County Grand Jury to have him for falsifying documents, violation of his oath of office, and to remove his Superior Court Judge James Kelly Brook from office. So they in return retaliated, which is, I'm sure George Barnhill had something to do with that. He's the DA now, the Judicial Circuit, until January or February when they take the new DA comes in office. He also was the one that played, George Barnhill played the major part in one of the major parts in the Ahmaud Arbery case, where he, George Barnhill, decided that the Michaels, the murderers, were justified in killing Ahmaud Arbery. He was on that same petition with Jackie Johnson, which this petition, we did get a chance to, with that petition in Glenn County, that me and my co-defendant did get a chance to go to address the Glenn County Grand Jury on our petition to them to answer the charges, is why Jackie Johnson was removed from office. Not removed from office, but indicted by the Glenn County Grand Jury. So we did it here. They in return retaliated and filed false charges on us for falsifying documents.
White contractors and black contractors,
yes, sir,
performed their job.
Yes, sir.
They got paid, and Oscar did. Oscar's mad as hell, and I would be too. So explain that.
Yes, sir. Mr. Roscoe Allen
All of this started when Mr. Roscoe Allen did not receive his $40,000 where he was a private contractor developing property in the city of Douglas. Mr. Allen came before the city council to request his reimbursement of his $40,000 for developing water, sewer development in a certain community here in Douglas. The city council failed to pay Mr. Allen his $40,000 for his subdivision development for the water sewer. But yet, the white contractors got their monies.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I was on the council and still on the council. Mr. Allen came before us several times to request that he get reimbursed of his monies. Mr. Allen was never reimbursed. As a result of never being reimbursed, he came to our meeting several times requesting it.
Just like when I got mad with me about this right here. I gave every one of y'all copies right here. It said right here. Now, Matt McGowan had one, all y'all had one. It says, Commissioner Roper, deposition testimony. You heard what I said? Matt McGowan said it's a summary. Now, he's a lawyer, you know that? He had a copy of this. That's what it said right here. It says, Commissioner Roper, deposition testimony. Now, I'm going to tell you what Mr. Roper said about this testimony. You understand that? About this, waste, this sewage, this water sufficient policy. Y'all said that was suspended. That policy never was suspended. Now, you too, Preston. You write the news too. Now, you wrote about them going on that trip. Spending, what, $1,700? Why you put this in the paper about Fresh and Lott, Griffin, Dennis Joseph, getting all this free, water sewer ran free behind closed doors. I found out about the policy, and y'all said it's suspended. It wasn't never suspended. Why you put that in the paper? Preston, huh? Doug, you know where you at? Why you put that in the paper? But you don't put in the paper about what they done, little penny money, and here you go, they spending thousands of dollars on waterway sewer. It cost me $42,000 to run mine. Now, what the thing it cost them? They said it was bigger than mine. Then y'all complaining about, hey, every time black to this newspaper is biased towards black. That's why I'm suing it doesn't have what I say. I don't care how much money I spend, I'm gonna sue the city too. Come on, and Charlie Taylor, how I directed something to Mike McGowan threat? You tell me. How I directed a threat to him? What did I say? You mean tell me a physical speech about a 9mm or for the machine gun? That's a physical speech. It's like 100 going, so I got a 12-gauge shotgun. That's a lie. We can put it in that paper. And I'm gonna show you in this city here. It's time out for y'all to come up here and do black like you. You're wrong, you're wrong. If you're citizen take heat, don't run for city commission. You got that? Don't run. You can't take the heat.
We got your
It's enough of this bias stuff going on with black. Every time black come up there, the city don't make the city. Y'all make the city look bad. The city is making the city look bad. Do right, you will have that problem you want.
Mr. Allen, I completely agree with you.
That's what I say.
I do.
And I'm going to sue back up here.
Because
you
did not make a
That's right. And you Preston, I wish you wrote something about me. I was suing you too, your paper. But all that about them that was finished little $1,700, they go friends line, spend all this money on them behind closed doors, running the water sewer line free. That's what it costs to go, running the water sewer line free.
Yeah.
They got found out the policy suspended. I'm finna read what Commissioner Definition, which all y'all had. You do say I just do telling help. I ain't prejudiced. You ain't prejudiced. You had this definition here. All that to read what Mr. Roper said, a credible member in here 30 years. I'm finna read on every one of y'all listen to this. Hear me? You know what I say? Or all y'all listen to this. On June the 27th, 2003, plaintiff deposed Mr. Roper's deposition. When questioned about it, Mr. Roper stated that he didn't remember the policy changes. He knew he didn't vote to change it. You got that? He said that the policy officials could have happened, but not while he was in office. Now, he was in office way after I read this subdivision. You tell me now. Now, listen to this here, the last statement he said. Last statement he said, Well, Mr. Roper claims to have no personal recollection when the subject party was suspended. Now y'all had this right here. All you had to do right about it. Y'all let friends not all them run it free, pay for it free behind closed doors. Hey, if you gonna do what you advertise, put everybody want to. Everybody like to put a stuff in. They gonna run in one line. City gonna pay for it free for it, but they put none of that in the paper. None of it. You need a president. You put none of it in neither. But put it about them now going on that trip down to eat to $1,700. They ain't chicken change. That's what I said. That's right. I wish you wrote something about me too. I don't be suing your paper too. I mean what I say.
$1,700 were also for hotel expenses.
I know. I'm scared they don't mean that. Look how much they spend on them.
Not just
run the water sewer line. It cost me $42,000 to run mine. They took it bigger than mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand your compassion, Mr. Allen, and again, I apologize that you have
that
you have not been compensated.
Jerome Allen know my attorney real well. He don't sue the city twice.
Yeah.
And wore that butt out. I'm gonna wear your butt out too, see. I mean what I'm saying. I'm gonna wear the newspaper out too. I went there on Friday morning.
Mr. Allen, the mayor pro tem has a question.
My question would be, because I was gonna bring this up in the meeting too, as well. I wanna know who submitted this to Douglas Enterprise.
No, who did, Charlie? They did too.
Who submitted
That's
it?
incorrect, Ron.
Well,
You
I'm
got
out
to
here
ask the
too.
city manager.
It's in the paper here.
City manager.
Wait, Mr. Allen, hold on.
Douglas
No,
Enterprise.
I got paper right
The
here.
reason why I said that, because I
It's
got
on the paper. I can read everything you said right here.
Let the city
Last
manager-
week paper.
Mr. Allen.
Well, go ahead and say it. I wanna know too.
Mr. City Manager, who submitted that to the Douglas Enterprise?
Have no idea. It's their normal recap from their commission meeting. If you
So
look
where
at,
did they get it from? They wasn't
Somebody.
present.
if you look at the agenda items from last time and the newspaper article, it went out of its way to make sure no names were mentioned. So
But also on that article, it has our comments that we said in the last meeting.
That's right.
So therefore, we have the comments that we said in the last meeting. All of my comment that was in there wasn't all to what I said in that last
you'd
meeting.
have to ask the Douglas Enterprise because their representative was here. I mean, nobody that I know of submitted anything to
She
them.
was here. Chrissy was here.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Commissioner, let me read this article, okay? I want everybody to hear this article. We're gonna find
And y'all all have an article provided up at your desk.
Let me read the article, okay? The article says right here. This is what the article says. City address safety days after individual make threatening remarks. During the last sitting of Douglas Mayor and Commission meeting on Tuesday, November the 13th, Mayor Tony Paul and the Commission discussed the safety and security concerning the Douglas City Hall by the incident at an October meeting where an individual made threatening remarks direct to a commissioner. City Manager Charlie Davis stated that the point of this conversation was not just revolving around the particular incident, but was meant to talk about security as a whole in the current building. During October 22nd meeting, an individual allegedly made a remark, I got a 9mm.
9mm. Towards.
Oh, I got it, right here. Toward one of the city commissioners. According to Davis, the comment spotted several department heads, regular staff, and some council members approaching him concerned about the safety and security. They have been very concerned about this individual erratic behavior, disrespect for council members, threatening body language, Davis said. They also stated that the police have looked into the threat and said, now I'm gonna tell you something. I wish the police department would have arrested me, you understand that? For threat. So I didn't threaten nobody. I wish they would have arrested me. Then I'll be suing the police department. I meant what I say.
Finish reading it.
I'm finna finish that. Hold your horse. I'm on the jungle now.
Okay.
All right? I'm on the jungle.
Come on.
All right. David stated that the police have looked into the threat and said the best we can determine is that the threat was conditional, not unconditional. Commissioner Edwin Taylor stated, we do need to have security at all times during our meetings for the safety of the commission and all who attend. I definitely think that's something we need to look into because in this day and time, you never know what is going on in an individual mind. Commissioner Karen Durns followed. I understand we need to have security, but we do not have the Douglas do have the Douglas Police Department here. But if they could beef that up a little bit and maybe get a metal detector, I think it would be great, because you never know what incident might occur. I think this is a time to talk about this, because I don't want to have this conversation after an event. So do we do something now or wait until something possible happens? Before the event or after the event? Is why I'm bringing this up. Mayor Tony Polk stated, yes, I am all for being proactive. I agree. Commissioner McNeil replied, there is nothing wrong for a citizen to come here and tell us we are idiots and get upset because of a situation. What is not okay is when that conversation becomes harmful or threatening. We got to make sure we know the difference. Mayor Polk responded, considering the intention that people have in this day of time, I can agree that something should be in place.
The mayor became upset and irate that he kept coming. He found a way to stop him from coming asking for his money, and he decided to take out a restraining order on Mr. Allen so that he could no longer come before our city council to request his money. And that's the gist of how all of this got started. Mr. Allen was only exercising his rights, but Mr. Polk, the mayor, did not want him to do so. He felt that it was embarrassing him as the mayor. He did not like it, and he filed for a restraining order based on no facts, based on no witnesses, because I was in the courthouse when they had the hearing about it. He had no witnesses present to say that Mr. Allen had been stalking him and harassing him, and the judge granted it anyway. I filed for a restraining order against Robert Preston, who threatened me at a city council meeting. However, my restraining order was not granted, and it was on camera of Mr. Preston threatening me.
You all ain't lying. You all ain't lying. You a liar. You a liar.
Hey, stop.
Both of y'all a liar. Y'all lied on my show. That was not what he said. You lied.
Hey, Chief.
You lied. You lied. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You lied.
You need to move, Mr. President.
You lied.
Mr. President,
You lied. You got some mad because you know you lied. That's why you got some mad. I'm good. It's nothing wrong for folks to sit and tell a blatant lie to somebody to get what they want.
I had mine on. Are there any forms I need to sign?
So you go figure. Is it apples to apples in Coffee County, apples to oranges, or apples, oranges, and bananas? Citizens of Douglas and Coffee County, get up off your butts and investigate and look into what's happening here, and take a stand and vote these corrupt people out of office.
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Douglas Mayor Commission meeting. This will serve as the city's regular meeting for July the 27th, 2020.
You over everything. You the boss, but you don't want us to be heard. It's an ambush.
Huh?
It's an ambush.
So you want to speak, right?
I had to speak. I have to speak because they have to have support. They ain't got no support. If those black males don't come out and support these ladies, man, they gonna see how he do. That's what he'll do. He'll cut it off. He'll just cut it off.
Commissioner, what short, I know you got to go back in the meeting, but short form, do you think that was right? I mean, how do you feel about
Of course not, Mr. Ryan. It's been wrong for a long time. This mayor that we got, I begged these people in Douglas, Georgia to not support him. When they saw how he did Roscoe Allen about his $40,000, when they saw how he did Brandon Hall with his job, and now just 3 weeks ago, this black woman, Joanne Robinson, they just railroaded and got her out of her job for 17 and a half years. They do what they want to do to black folk. One exception, Britt Leverett, they did him wrong. He had reported on a white guy who had a Ku Klux Klan hood. Next thing we know, Britt done got rid of him. This mayor upholds this stuff. It's time out for it. It's time out. The people better know what's going on and come together. And I'm telling you, better find out somebody to run for mayor. We started going back. We are started going back. He sure do.
He done sat there and told the biggest lie in the world on that man, him and that white dude. Both of them need to be locked up. This a bunch of bull jive in Douglas, Georgia. Douglas, Georgia need to stop. Out of 49 years, I ain't never seen nothing like this. If the man could sit up and lie like that, I could go take out a warrant and say Robert said he was gonna kick my ass.
That's right. And
now,
they ought
if
to
you gonna let me go with it,
they ought to honor that.
Was you a witness to that?
I was up there. I heard it on the phone.
Yeah.
Only thing that man said he was gonna impeach his ass.
I don't know who they don't really talk. I'm gonna F you up and I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't know who they heard say that. He made one statement. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time, young people. It's time.
About it is, hold up, y'all know why it's bigger than the block? Because we ain't got the money that them white folks giving this nigga.
Right. It's a shame.
That's what it is. This nigga getting paid, dog, on something. That's what he doing. Only thing that nigga doing is sitting in them white folks' lap, being a Benedict or an Uncle Tom, everything it is to be, that's what that nigga is. He ain't shit.
Hey everybody, Robert Preston Jr. here live with DouglasNow.com. Now, Ms. Pearson says that Mr. Allen did not threaten the mayor. I have listened to the video. I was there. I listened to the video just to make sure. I also saw a very angry man pointing in a very threatening manner at the mayor. And here's the other thing, and this is what a lot of people are getting confused on. It doesn't matter if Mr. Allen said anything to the mayor at all, if he threatened him or not. If he stopped on that road, pointed at the mayor and said, "Good evening, Mr. Mayor, how are you doing?" He violated the restraining order. The restraining order says no contact for 1 year, can't be within 500 yards, okay? So even if he didn't threaten the mayor, and again, from what I heard and what's on video, I believe that he did. And that's what I told the police department. But even if he didn't threaten the mayor, he still violated the restraining order because he stopped and he addressed the mayor. Doesn't matter that he was angry, but he addressed the mayor very angrily. All right? That's a violation of the restraining order. So if anybody wants to argue that he shouldn't have been arrested because he didn't utter a threat, that doesn't matter. He violated the restraining order, and that's the police department believes that there was and there was absolutely probable cause to do that. Now, nobody did that but Mr. Allen himself. This is not my fault. Mr. Allen's not sitting in jail because of me. He's not sitting in jail because of the mayor. He's not sitting in jail because of anybody but his own actions. He knew he could not do that legally, and yet he did. That's what happened tonight, and I'm very, very sorry for what. You know, I don't like reacting to that kind of stuff. You know, I just don't. But at the same time, you know, this is kind of wearing on me as well. You know, sitting here trying to be positive and talk about positive stuff and show the progress, and this is what we end up talking about. And we're arguing about what an individual said when the individual obviously broke the restraining order one way or the other. So anyway, that's what happened tonight. So we've had very quiet city commission meetings for a while, and we broke that streak tonight.
Some NAACP concerns, I think?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Mr. Presley is back there. From what I was told, he had put some information on his site last night saying that I stole some $7,000 from the NAACP.
That's not accurate. Truth of the matter is,
Can't hear you. Take the mask off if you don't
I
mind.
said that's not accurate. The truth of the matter is, Olivia Coley Pearson applied for that money to get out the vote, GOTV.
A grant.
It's a grant.
That's right.
That's not the first time she applied for it.
That's right.
Matter of fact, NAACP has been given access to funds for GOTV too. And we give it to people to do the work with it. That's what it was for.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't steal anything.
Thank you, Mr. President.
It was placed and received by NAACP. I authorized it. I was president at the time. It was going to do some good for the community, so I let it happen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for clearing it up very much. Because I was told that Robert Preston once again had on his, and I'm using my time now as I'm on the agenda, once again went on his site telling his lies about me, that I had stole some money for the last and final time, Mr. President. I am telling you, stop telling lies on me. Now, had I stole some money, they would have taken a warrant or arrested me. Had I stole some money, that's what would have happened. So you need to get your facts straight. You told lies years ago when the organization I'm in, my women group, had a meeting at the Coley Center to help better the community. You went and spread out the lies then that we were meeting to do harm to white folk. I personally am sick and tired of you and your lies. I've taken out a restraining order on you, but the court did not honor it. And I think it's because of who you are and who your father is. But when you threatened me in this meeting, a meeting that I have to come to, you were wrong. Not quite. Supported by Commissioner Pearson. That's what he stated. be known and will prevail. This plaque, since you all say recent altercation shines light on new militant organization, that's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. And I'm trying to find out where's this militant organization at. Because it's not us. It's not us. Some of us can barely walk. We're elderly. Walking with sticks. But we are militant. Because we state what is the truth. We're seeking to make the community better, which is what I said at that city council meeting when I announced that meeting October 3rd. So how did militant organization come out of it? It's wrong. The meeting I had, Southern Rural Black Women, has been here in Douglas, Coffee County since 1999. And I was asked to chair and lead this group. Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative for economic and social justice. Not just justice for black people or black women, but it's geared toward women. Because women have had a difficult time finding daycare, so they can keep their kids so they can go to work, trying to finish and get a GED so they can get a good job. That's why this group was formed and has received federal monies and money from private groups to help people who are a part of this to better their lives. And you will take the meeting we held, which was hosted by Southern Rural Black Women, and distort the facts. Shame on you. Shame on you. Now, I'm asking you, if you want to know something about me, please ask me. But don't go scandalizing and slandering my name. Because that's the intent, to cause discord in this community and to cause people to dislike me. But people don't have a reason to dislike me because I have done no personal harm to anybody. I've only tried to help people. I've only tried to help people. And if there's one person who can come and say that I've done something deliberately to hurt them, I want them to come forward and to come forward now tonight. Or call me after this meeting if they're not present. Because that's not how I operate. I haven't done anything to hurt the mayor, even though he's collaborated with you with those NAACP emails that he got to you where they said I had stolen money. Some of the people that took office because they were disgruntled.
That's not true.
Some people become disgruntled and they do vindictive things. I haven't stolen any money. I haven't stolen any money. I know you shared those emails, Mr. Mayor. You shared them amongst the council. Okay, we're not going to go into that. The emails went on the city council emails. But I know I ain't stolen no money, so I ain't worried about that. That ain't here or there. But I don't do vindictive stuff. If we disagree, we disagree. I'm not going to try to hurt you. Just like for instance tonight, this meeting. We had a meeting at 4 o'clock over there for the citizens about this program. We asked, being that there's going to be a lot of people, that we have our city council meeting over there, since we would already be there. So accommodate me. You were the first person to respond, Mr. Mayor. No, I'm not open to move the meeting over to the gym.
There was no need.
There were more people here over there than here. There was need. There was need. But you work on divide and conquer. And you need to stop that mentality that you have. If somebody does not agree with you, it's as though they are your enemy or whatever. That's not how this should work. We should agree to disagree. We're not going to see eye to eye on stuff. That's just not how it's going to be all the time.
Commissioner Pearson, you're describing yourself. You're not describing Tony.
What have I done to you? Because you disagree.
No.
Name one thing.
I don't care about you disagreeing.
Name one thing.
Okay.
You say I'm describing myself. I'm telling you what you did. You deliberately went against having a meeting at the City Square Gym.
Because everybody on this council has a vote.
No, it was 3-3.
That's right. So
It was 3-3.
There's a move.
Okay, it should. It shouldn't have been a vote. We didn't vote to move it over here to the Whip Center.
Come on, let's sit down.
We did not vote to move the meetings here. We didn't vote to move them here, sir.
So when City
It
Hall.
was just stated. It was stated that when the City Hall is down, we'll meet at the Whip Center. There was not a vote taken.
Okay.
But you wanted to vote on this about having people to pride up in here in a smaller location. And you said there was not a need. You don't know how many people is going to come. We said we thought it would be a big crowd. And it has been. And it was more than this. But you're not willing to cooperate. It's your way or no way. And you need to stop these divisive tactics, sir.
I wish you stopped using adjectives and words to describe me when that's you.
Yeah. Name one thing I've done to divide.
Our
she's not here.
Because the other sit and go along.
She sits there and she asks all these questions.
And what's wrong with that?
Because she's not prepared.
What's wrong with
She's
that?
not prepared.
What's wrong with that?
Ask all the questions you want.
That's not
But
true.
you're not prepared
That's not true.
to do the city's business.
That's not true.
All she does is take a sentence and
That's
turn
not
it
true.
into a question.
That's not true.
She picks up her agenda 10, 15, 30 minutes before our meeting.
Sometimes.
She doesn't engage with staff to get a resolution and get a better understanding.
How do you know I don't engage with staff?
Because you sit up there and you ask questions. You've been up here 22 years.
That's right.
And you should know better.
And when do you engage with staff?
I sit there and I talk. I'm the liaison for the city manager.
That's right. That's
And
the
who I
only
talk to.
person you talk to.
I
Just
talk-
like you said, with your plan, you talked to Charlie. You
That's
should
what
have
I
been
talk
calling your colleagues.
You know
You should have been calling us.
You know we don't talk.
We should.
Why?
You sent me an email the other night.
Yeah.
When you want to. When you want to.
Yes.
Yeah. You're telling on yourself.
This is how you
You
think.
are telling on yourself. I
This
made
is
my
how you
point.
act.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Is that everything? Good deal. So we're gonna take 5 minutes and we're gonna do it for real under the lights. Hey, I thank y'all for being patient with us. It was a little long, but we did need to get this information out, and hopefully this fails. So we're gonna take 5 minutes. We're gonna do it for real.
Thanks everybody for coming and being patient. I know we were over at the Career Center, and it would have been much convenient to just stay over there, but for whatever reason, we had to come over here. So thank y'all. So we're having a 7 o'clock meeting now, but what was Kate to say? Yes, you are. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light. You a light. You a light.
Hey, stop.
Both of y'all a light. Cause y'all lied on Roscoe. That was not what he said. You lied.
Chief.
You lied. You lied.